Hello guys. So in today's video I'll be talking about Stranger Things and how Kygo made his second album which is called Kids in Love. But yeah, so let's get started. So before that, make sure to click like and subscribe to this channel. And yeah, let's get started. Make sure to watch this video to find out. So the story behind Kygo's song Stranger Things is coming out today. So, in this video, I'll be talking about how it came about. So, Kygo was working on a song called Kids in Love, which is this thing here. But yeah, so Kids in Love was basically like, it was an album that for 9 years now, would have been, I think, the greatest one ever. Practically because it was entirely made, and I just love the detail on it. Like, the cover art is just incredible. You know, and so what I liked about the album was that it had that song on it versus, Kids in Love, which was a song too, that he made. And yeah, it was incredible. Like, I love that song. But during the making of that song, he wanted One Republic to actually be featured on it because, Stranger Things has been a show for, I think, 1 year at that point, which was 2017. So the album Kids in Love came out in 2017 by Kygo, and the song Stranger Things was featured on it. So if you guys heard that song, you'd probably understand what I'm talking about. But just look it up later, and tell me in the comments that you heard the song, and if you didn't, then just listen to it. It's really good. Like, it reminds me of the show Stranger Things for so many reasons, and it is incredible. Check it out. See you later. So, yeah, so Kygo's second album, to my understanding, started out as kind of like a long and peaceful day, actually. Was in the studio. I think he was in LA at the time, and he was trying to find artists who would sing the song, because frequently there have been a lot of artists who don't want to be the singer. They just want to be the writer. They don't want to do any vocals on the songs. So, he and this other guy, I can't remember his name, they were crafting through ideas, seeing what would fit, and then they just made a whole, list of what songs they might want to sing on the album, kind of like how I do it usually, because I make a lot of songs, like 200 probably at this point. But yeah, so they make a list, and then they list their favorite artists that they like. So in this case, Stranger Things, which was a song that they made with One Republic, or at least he did, they had chord progressions like, and then they add like vocal chops, and then they layer it out through the whole song just because, why not? But that's kind of how I do it. I layer my vocals on the track for the entire time. Kind of like, like if you were, what's the word? Kind of like if I made a song, I could probably use it as an example of just emotion. Sometimes I use it for a lot of things. So like, how like electronic music gets you like pumped up, right? Well, sort of in my direction, I like to add kind of like a sad vibe to it versus a fun vibe, kind of like what Zed would do, right? So, it's kind of like that barrier you can cross, kind of. So in this case, they were going for more of like a rock / tropical house kind of vibe, because that's what they do. And, Kygo is a fan of tropical house. I'm a fan of EDM, which is kind of the same thing, So, when they got done making the song, I think it was like a few days left before they released the album. I think it was like October 30th. If you listen to the song, you'll probably understand. And if you look in the description in the song, you'll just see that it was October 30th of 2017. So I think I was 13 years old. So don't get upset if I tell you this story real quick. So, fun fact, that song actually came out a day before so this is going to be kind of strange, but I accidentally swallowed a light bulb in 2017, and my dad thought that I spoiled his Halloween. Well, that's not true. A lot of people can spoil Halloween. It doesn't mean it's true. So in this case, I didn't realize that. when I picked it up, I swallowed it and no one really noticed. So then after that, I sort of knew at this stage that I would be in terrifying pain, and nothing happened at all. So moving on, I was okay though. After like a few days, I was fine. But anyway, so the album was released on November 3rd of 2017. Okay. And then Kygo made more albums throughout the year. He just released, I think, an album like last year, or no, 2 years ago, which was called Kygo, which is his name. Or you can say Kygo, either way. You get the idea. But, yeah, that's the end of this video, guys. I mean, there's not much really to say about that. Comment down below what you liked about the video. And, yeah, I'll see you guys later.